This is Dr. Sellers Educate, and today we are focusing on competency 4. This is Dr. Sellers Educate, and if you are following me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. And if you're listening to me on some other platform, I appreciate you being here. So let's go ahead and jump in. Competency 4, focusing on curriculum development. Want to focus on this particular competency because I have spoken with recent educators who have taken the CNE exam. The focus for the CNE continues to be heavily concentrated on curriculum. Remember to refer back to your test blueprint, the detailed test blueprint, because that should be really your guide in determining what content you should study. Now, I want to point out it's really important for you to be honest with yourself about any gaps that you have with each of these competencies. Remember, if you're part of my course, whether it's the live course or the online self-paced course, I put snapshots in the actual online self-paced course. So if you want to know more about that, head over to my Eventbrite channel at Nursing Education. But let's get back to curriculum development. Still hearing that there's a large number of questions on the exam related to curriculum development. I'm hearing 20 to 25. So what do you need to know about curriculum development? It's really simple. 2 key components. You need to be involved, and you need to be clear about your program's curriculum. What do we mean by being involved? Ensuring and expecting that the curriculum is developed in an organized, systematic way with intentionality, right? So course sequencing is really important. Fundamentals should happen before Adult Health 1, and that should then be followed by Adult Health 2. Tasks related to curriculum development are to ensure that students achieve the program's student learning outcomes. Well, what does that mean? You have course objectives. They should be mapped back to the overall program's outcomes and expectations. We also should be mapping those to assignments and ultimately to exams or the ways we're going to evaluate or assess our students. Most programs have between 6 to 9 SLOs, okay? They are broad statements and can be difficult to measure. Sources to support SLOs should include evidence-based resources, right? Like NLN, CUSIN, AAC, and Essentials. They just updated the pre-licensure essentials, baccalaureate essentials, so make sure you take a look at those. Don't expect any specific questions to be on the CNE exam. However, all of these resources, because they're evidence-based, are free game. And the NCLEX test plan, that's a big one, right? We know that Next Gen is coming, so we need to get ready and make sure our program and our exam questions are aligned with Next Gen. All right, curriculum development. What do we mean by that? Well, there's 6 components. We got to identify the program outcomes. We should be developing competency statements, writing our course objectives that, again, are all aligned. All of these need to be aligned with the learning activities, clinical experiences, and we've got to evaluate, right? Because what doesn't get measured doesn't get monitored. Okay, so make sure that we are completing the evaluation process. We want to consider content taught and characteristics of students when developing curriculum, including the leveling content based on type of program. What do we mean by that? If it's an accelerated program that only admits second-degree students, well, we know that our student population is different. We want to ensure that, yes, the program must align across the types of delivery. So the traditional in-person student, if there is one program, which most accelerated programs are aligned with the traditional pre-licensure program, it's important that it's all aligned to ensure that the outcomes are met despite what the delivery is, but that is an area that you want to consider. All right, this is Dr. Sellers Educate. I have enjoyed my time with you, focusing again on Competency 4, which is all about the curriculum. If this is a gap area for you, no worries. That's why you're here, to listen to how to build the skills and advance the knowledge you needed to be successful. Check out my YouTube page frequently because I do post here periodically snapshots for you to remember and keep in mind on your journey. Feel free to email me at drsellerseducate, that's DRSELLARS, educate@gmail.com. Until next time.